Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to talk about something super important, the subtle art of spotting manipulation. And what if I told you you can often do it in the first 10 seconds of meeting someone? Sounds kind of crazy, right? Well, let's break down exactly how. So, can you really spot a manipulator that fast? The answer is yes. And it all boils down to what happens in those first few moments of an interaction, way before your conscious mind has even had a chance to catch up. You see this number? 10 seconds. That's it. Psychologists know that this tiny window is an absolute goldmine of information. It can show you everything you need to know about someone's real intentions, often before they've said a single harmful word. It's like this silent conversation happening that only your intuition can hear. All right, section 1, the first 10 seconds. And the subtitle here is perfect. It's not paranoia, it's perception. So what is your brain actually noticing in this super short window of time? What are those little signals your gut is picking up on? Well, here's the first thing. A manipulator's first move is always an internal scan. They're sizing you up, evaluating your openness, checking out your boundaries, and seeing how emotionally available you seem. Think about it this way. A genuine person is trying to connect with you, right? They're trying to build a bridge. A manipulator, they're doing surveillance. They're not looking for a real connection. They're scanning you for vulnerabilities. And this is where it gets really tricky, the whole empathy versus imitation thing. A manipulator is an absolute master of imitation. They'll mirror your energy, your posture, even your way of speaking. But it's not to genuinely connect with you. No, it's a strategy. It's to disarm you, to make you feel comfortable so they can just slip right past your defenses. That's why it can feel so familiar, so fast, almost too fast. Okay, so let's talk about microexpressions. These are these super brief, totally involuntary facial expressions that give away someone's true feelings. With a manipulator, what you're looking for is often a tiny little smirk, or maybe really intense eye contact that just feels out of place. It's that fleeting look that just doesn't line up with their friendly words. You know the one I'm talking about? It's the look of someone sizing you up, not getting to know you. And this really gets to the heart of it. Your nervous system notices mismatch before your mind does. So the crucial point here is, if you feel unsettled or confused after talking to someone, if something just feels off, that is not you being dramatic. That's your intuition, your nervous system, accurately picking up on a discrepancy. It's real data. Okay, let's move on. Because this behavior, it's not random at all. It actually follows a pretty predictable psychological blueprint, and we're going to dig into the why behind the how. So, what are the core psychological drivers? Well, it's all about a desire for control, emotional instability, low self-worth. You see the list. At the end of the day, manipulation is rooted in fear and insecurity. They're trying to manage your emotions to stabilize their own chaotic internal world. And this is what makes them so effective and kind of scary. They have what's called selective empathy. This means they can read your emotions with pinpoint precision. But they don't use that skill for compassion. Oh no, they use it for leverage. This is exactly why they know which emotional cracks to slip into. They are scanning for your insecurities and your vulnerabilities from the get-go. All right, let's get into the most practical tool you have, decoding those contradictory cues. This is all about what happens when their words and their energy just don't match up. And trust me, they often don't. Okay, look at this. Their words say, "That's a great compliment." But their body, the impatience in their eyes, tells a completely different story. And this is the key. Always, always trust the nonverbal cue over the spoken word. The body doesn't lie as easily. Here's another one. The action is forced laughter, but their energy is just pure tension in their shoulders. You'll see this again and again once you know what to look for. The body is always trying to reveal what their words are trying to hide. Or how about this? Their tone is apologetic, but their intent feels totally defensive. These contradictions are like emotional leaks. They show you just how much effort it takes to keep up a story that isn't true. It's a performance, and you're seeing the cracks. And this quote just nails it. Healthy people make you feel relaxed. Manipulative people make you feel responsible. So here's the bottom line. If you feel like you have to manage someone's feelings right after meeting them, that's not you building rapport. That is a massive warning sign. Okay, this next part is huge. It's probably one of the biggest misconceptions about manipulation. And once you get this, it's a total game changer. Let's talk about who they really look for.
This is probably the single most powerful insight in this whole explainer. Manipulators don't look for weak people. They look for open people. They don't target your weakness. They target the very qualities that make you a good, decent person.
And just look at this list of positive traits they exploit. Empathy, emotional generosity, a desire for harmony. These are all wonderful qualities. But to a manipulator, your strengths are their entry points. Why? Because your generosity is way easier to exploit than someone else's dominance. It's just that simple.
So now that you can see the pattern, the question is, what do you do about it? Let's look at the most effective difference. And here's the great news. It's subtle. It doesn't require some big, dramatic confrontation.
Okay, here's what I call the manipulator's kryptonite. Slow your reactions, use short boundaries, observe instead of absorb, and trust that early discomfort. See, you don't need to fight them. You just have to stop participating in the script they're trying to write for you. So, here's the crucial point. A calm pause is way more powerful than a sharp reply. Why? Because long explanations just give them more angles to attack. Short, simple answers close the door. Your goal is to disrupt their rhythm. They thrive on fast emotional responses. When you stay centered, they lose all their power. And remember, you don't have to call them out. You just have to stop playing their game. Ultimately, awareness is your shield. Once you see the game for what it is, with total clarity, you basically become untouchable. So, thank you for watching this explainer, and I hope the biggest takeaway is this. Trust your perception. It's so much more accurate than you think. That feeling in your gut isn't paranoia, it's data. So, now that you know the cues, what's the first mismatch you're going to be looking out for?